masks. Meantime, a similar mandate applies for employees with King County and the city of Seattle. Now, according to Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan, city workers must get the COVID vaccine before October 18th or lose their jobs.
But at a time of low police staffing and rising crime in our area, would the mayor really fire officers? Q13's Brandy Cruz pressed her on that today.
Do you mean to tell me that come October the 18th, you will fire Seattle police officers who do not have a vaccine?
My best, what I believe is going to happen is most police officers are going to get this vaccination.
But if they don't,
what I have seen and see, Brandy, you can have your hypothesis. Mine is the opposite of yours. Mine is that I've seen in the last year, Seattle Police Department is working harder than it's ever worked under some of the most difficult circumstances to serve the public. And they do it at great risk to themselves. And so I believe that people, when faced with the choice on, is this important to the community, are going to make the right decision. And people can take, any extreme example they want and say, but what about this? Would you do it? I really believe that people are going to respond. And the basis for that is because they have so far. Every time we've asked people to do the hard things in this city, they've stepped up and done it.
Respectfully, it's not an extreme thing for me to say, are you going to fire SPD officers on October 18th? That is what you have put forward, that get a vaccine or you might not have a job on October the 18th. And it's also not a hypothesis. I have emails from Seattle police officers saying, I will not get the vaccine. I am willing to lose my job. So again, come October 18th, for SPD officers who decide they are not willing to get the vaccine, will they lose their jobs?
It is your hypothesis, Brandy, because
it's not a hypothesis. I have emails from officers saying, I will not get it.
Well, I've heard officers say, now that I realize the danger, I will get it. So we'll see what they do. We've got till October. And I believe the police officers that I know, that I've talked to, that I've worked with over a career, they believe in service. And those people will step up and do the right thing. I truly believe they will. And look, it's a different thing in some ways, but we had these same debates when I was a child about seatbelts. People said over and over again, it's my right not to drive without a seatbelt. And we as a society decided no, because you don't just jeopardize yourself, you could jeopardize other people. You've got highway patrol, you've got first aid that has to come. The same with high speeds. People still say, if I want to drive 100 miles an hour, I should be able to do it.
Madam Mayor, a seatbelt is not injected into your body. And again, I have the COVID vaccine. I had no problem getting the COVID vaccine, but it's not my job to sit here and to praise the decisions that you make. It's my job to challenge them. And I'll go back to the question before. It is not a hypothesis for me to say that officers aren't going to get the vaccine. I am staring at an email from an SPD officer who says they will not get the vaccine. That is a fact. I know this officer. So when I ask you, will you fire officers who don't get the vaccine by October 18th? What is your answer to that, ma'am?
I don't believe I'm going to be put in that position because I believe officers will get the vaccine.
More people have been murdered in your city this summer than have died of COVID-19. More people have been shot and killed in your city this summer than have died of COVID-19. Is your focus on the wrong thing right now?
I'm focused on both. That's my job as mayor. But, I think we all agree, Brandy, these last 18 months, what this virus has done to our society and our city and our country, none of us want to repeat it, and none of us want to go backward. It's been too long and too hard for us to go back now. And we are seeing, right now it's the Delta variant, but we're seeing new variants being bred in the Southern Hemisphere. And as those come and people are more susceptible, they will come. And the best protection we have against this is this vaccine.